It's Friday, July 7th, 2023. Let's talk about the news. From France 24, Colombia's largest active rebel group to stop attacks ahead of formal ceasefire. Leaders from the Colombian National Liberation Army, or ELN, have announced that they will honor a ceasefire that begins on August 3rd, after leading a militant effort against the government since 1964. The ELN had more than 5,800 soldiers as of 2022, and is Colombia's last active guerrilla group after the far larger Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC, established a peace agreement with the government in 2016. There are some concerns that this new ceasefire, which informally began yesterday, might not last or be honored, as the group engaged in failed negotiations with the last 5 Colombian governments. But local experts are optimistic that this time might stick, as the current president was formerly a guerrilla fighter and has pledged a total peace policy, which suggests he'll be willing to go the distance to make this work. From the New York Times, scientists say Fukushima water is safe, but radiation fears persist. The Japanese government's plan to dump treated radioactive water from the disabled Fukushima nuclear power plant into the Pacific Ocean has been approved by the International Atomic Energy Agency, but has sparked controversy within Japan and throughout the region. Water that is radioactive, but which has been diluted down to internationally accepted safe levels, is regularly dumped into the ocean in this way, so it no longer needs to be stored. And many of the nations complaining about this plan, including China and South Korea, have themselves dumped larger and less diluted volumes of radioactive water into the ocean. But this would seem to be an opportunity to score diplomatic points against the Japanese government, while also shining a light on a somewhat cringe-worthy topic, as although this water is now considered safe, details about these sorts of plans are seldom transparent, and the public tends to have mixed feelings about such dumpings. Only 45% of polled Japanese citizens support the plan, while 40% say they are against it. And from the Washington Post, the U.S. government has approved the largest ever offshore wind project in U.S. history, Ocean Wind 1, which will result in the construction of New Jersey's first utility-scale offshore wind farm. When completed, this wind farm is expected to power somewhere between 380,000 and 500,000 homes, and will complement 2 other nearby, recently approved offshore wind farms, the Vineyard Wind 1 and South Fork Wind projects, off the coast of Massachusetts and Rhode Island/New York, respectively. This wind farm will be built by the Danish energy company Ørsted and will consist of 98 General Electric Haliade X wind turbines, all of which will be located about 15 miles out to sea. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.